Hey guys, so today I want to go over my top 5 Canadian sausage snacks. Yes, I'm going to do sausage snacks. That's one of my favorite foods. I don't know how I got into sausages, but probably when I was a teenager, yeah, I just got into sausage snacks, I guess, especially when I was working at a convenience store back then part-time. Yeah, when I was a teenager, that was actually the second job I ever did, was working at a convenience store as a cashier, and just got into contact with a lot of different snacks and stuff. That's how I really got into my love of sour candy, of potato chips, and of sausage snacks. And people might not know this, but Canada actually has a lot of really great sausage snacks. I love meat, I love sausages, and Canada just has a lot of really good ones. I know nobody talks about Canada being a great country full of sausages, but I'm telling you guys, there is a lot of great sausage snacks here. Because I lived in the US before, 4, 5, 6 years. There's not as many good sausage snacks in the US, and I mean, sorry to say that, Americans, but it's yeah, I just could not find really good ones, unlike here in Canada, right? At least when talking about the big brands, but also local brands as well. Like, I've tried everything in the US, Trader Joe's to Nuesky's, which is a well-known, I guess, Wisconsin company making sausages. Like, yeah, these well-known brands, and then also the gas station brands, right? Like your Jack Links or Oberto's or Tillamook's or whatever, the Slim Jims. Yeah, none of those are even close to what Canada has to offer, to be honest. Actually, I take that back. There is one sausage brand in the US that I think rivals anything in Canada, and any actually of the sausages on this list, and that is Duke's. So if you guys don't know about this brand, go check them out, dukesmeats.com, and if you're American, you can go check them out. They ship online. I especially like the Hatch green chilies and the hot and spicy. I think these two are really, really good. It rivals any of the sausages on this list, except for maybe the number one. But yeah, I think that's the only one I have to mention. Everything else I've tried in the US, it's just so-so. Don't really think there's anything special about it, about the meat or the texture or the flavor. But Duke's, yeah, I have to mention Duke's. Yeah, I forget how I found out about Duke's, but I think I just saw it somewhere, decided to try it out, and yeah, these are really good sausages. But yeah, they're the only sausages in the US, I would say, that's actually comparable to any of the Canadian sausages on this list. So yeah, if you live in America and you really like sausages, then definitely check out this brand, Duke's Shorty Sausages. Just go to dukesmeats.com and you can buy online. They're way better than any of the sausages you normally find in the convenience stores or gas stations in the US. Yeah, like way better than the Jack Link stuff. Like, trust me, okay? This is probably the only brand I will mention from America, like I said, that rivals any of the sausages on this list. So definitely go check them out if you love sausages. Canada just has a lot of really great sausage companies. I know it's weird, because the only other country I've been to that I think rivals Canada is, well, the only other area I think I've been to that rivals Canada is Eastern Europe, right? When I went to Czech Republic, to Prague, and Hungary, Budapest, Poland, like those areas, yes, they have a lot of great sausage. In Germany, obviously, as well. But yeah, like, you wouldn't think that Canada is one of the world's great makers of sausages, but they are. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my top 5 favorite sausages from Canada, and also go over, and these are going to be like dried sausages and refrigerated. I combine them all into just one big category, just tell you guys which I prefer. Because some sausage companies, like the dried ones, are just the ones that you can just leave outside. They're just good as a snack to go camping or hiking, or whenever you need energy, you can just like grab them and eat them. And then the refrigerated kind, where you have to leave it in the fridge, otherwise they'll go bad. So just, yeah, I'll tell you guys which one's which. I like sausages from both kinds, but yeah, definitely some of my favorite snacks, and I'll also go over some of my honorable mentions as well. So yeah, first I'll do some honorable mentions, and then I'll go over my top 5 favorite sausage snacks from Canada. Alright, first let's start with my honorable mentions. So I have another honorable mention here, and that's McSweeney's. McSweeney's is, of course, another Canadian sausage maker. They seem to focus on sausage snacks compared to some of the other companies in this video, like Fraby's or Grimm's or Pillars or Schneiders. Like, all those companies also just make, in general, deli meats. Like, they make hot dogs and, maybe bacon or something like that. But McSweeney's focus mostly on dried sausage snacks. I don't think they have any refrigerated versions. So yeah, whenever you see McSweeney's McSweeney's is like kind of like Jack Link's, right? You go to your store and they're always in the dried food section. But yeah, these are the original Little Peps. I'm not sure if they have a spicy version, but this is the main version I see. And they're just, yeah, they're small bite-sized pieces of pepperoni. And they also talk about being Canadian a lot. So actually you can see on the back a little blurb about being Canadian. They have like the maple leaf flag everywhere. They really seem to be pushing the Canadian association a lot, which is funny because all the companies that I'm going to mention in this video, like, they're Canadian, but they don't push it as much as McSweeney's does. They seem to be based in Calgary. I don't know actually when they started because they don't list that. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys what they look like and give my impressions of the flavor. Basically, it's these tiny sausages here. They're mini peps, so they're like kind of mini sausages, I guess. So it's good to eat on the go. So when you're hiking or camping, that's basically what these are designed for, is to eating on the go. And yeah, it's made of pork, sugars, beef, salt, spices, mustard, dehydrated garlic, smoke. So yeah, it's interesting. A lot of these sausages contain mustard, which is interesting. I never expected a lot of these sausages to contain mustard, but I guess they do. And this one is a mixture of pork and beef. So I'm expecting something a little bit firmer. So it's not exactly like super tender or anything. So let's try it. And these aren't spicy, so I'm not expecting any spicy flavor. Yeah, it's alright. I do like the combination of pork and beef. I think that's just the right amount, because all pork sausages, I do like those as well because they're more tender generally, and all beef sausages, I don't really like those done generally because they're a little bit too firm. So generally I prefer either pork or just a mixture of pork and beef. This one's a mixture of pork and beef, so it's a little bit tender, but not, it's still got like a firm beef flavor to it as well. So it's got like a nice flavor to it. Yeah, in general, mixture of pork and beef is probably my favorite. If I were to talk about the composition of sausages, you got the tenderness of pork and also the flavor of beef. So you got the both in there. Nice. Definitely very salty. It definitely tastes the salt. And smoke as well. Yeah, in general it's alright. As you can see, it's like this. And in general the taste is alright, but there's nothing really like that stands out to me about this one, which is why it's an honorable mention, because the actual flavor and taste of the sausage is good, but it's not up to the top 5, right, of my list here. But I still gotta mention it because these are still pretty good, right? Canadian sausages, usually pretty good, and still gotta mention it. I would definitely pick these up if I had to. I wouldn't have any doubts about it. Actually, I'll take this over Jack Link's or, you know, the American brands any day. But yeah, compared to my top 5 on my list here, yeah, doesn't quite have as much flavor. But I do like the texture because, I mean, yeah, it's got that combination of pork and beef, so it's got that tenderness, but it's still got a little bit of firmness to it as well. So I think that's just because of the composition of pork and beef. But yeah, in general, again, not bad. But I think flavor-wise or texture-wise, I probably prefer yeah, any of the sausages in the top 5 over this one. But this one's not bad, right? I mean, you really can't go wrong with a lot of the Canadian sausages you find in the supermarket. So yeah, not bad. Just doesn't have as much flavor as some of the other sausages that I'll be listing in this video. Yeah, I got both of these dry sausages from Grimm's Fine Foods, and Grimm's Fine Foods is another, like, they're actually kind of local to British Columbia, I think. They started, I think, in 1951, but they make a lot of snack sausages as well as, you know, the regular sausages and other deli meats. So yeah, to put both of these two, because they're pretty similar actually, they don't taste all that different from me. I mean, for me, they both taste pretty good. Just not enough to make this list. But yeah, the Hungarian style snack sausages and the Italian style snack sausages, both of these are kind of like mini peps, I guess. And yeah, these are just small packets, so they're not that expensive. They're like maybe $3.50 US each. But yeah, these are pretty good snack sausages. So for example, the Hungarian style snack sausage right here, you guys can see they're like these mini pep sticks. So these contain just pork, salt, garlic, yeah, sodium nitrate, smoke, salt and stuff. Okay, yeah, so these ones are pretty good. These are Hungarian style. Pretty good one. There you guys can see. Little snack sausages. They do have a distinct flavor to them though. Like when I taste the pork and everything, I can definitely taste like there is this cured meat flavor rising from it. So it's very distinctive, like strong kind of cured meat flavor, I guess. But very good. And then the Italian style one as well, which if I look at the ingredients, it's almost the same as the Hungarian style, except this one has red wine in it as well. So yeah, the Italian style, pretty much same ingredients as the Hungarian style, just with red wine. And they look like this. I don't know if I can actually taste the red wine, but this one I would say has a milder flavor than the Hungarian. So this is Italian, this is Hungarian. This one has a bit of a mild flavor, even though milder flavor, I should say, even though it has technically the same ingredients just with red wine. But the Hungarian one has like a stronger cured meat flavor. This one doesn't have as a strong cured meat flavor, but still pretty good. Oh, like, no, maybe I can taste a bit of the red wine in this one. But yeah, both pretty good. Just didn't quite make my list. I mean, there's so many good sausages in Canada, right? Actually, both of these have fairly strong flavors, I would say, compared to the other sausages that I've eaten before. So both of these have fairly strong flavors. It's just that the Hungarian style have a little bit stronger, like cured meat flavor, I guess. That's, yeah, maybe they've been aged longer or something. And the Italian one, yeah, there's like a hint of red wine in this one. Overall, it is milder than the Hungarian, but both of these actually do have strong flavors to them. So anyways, do recommend checking both of these out if you're interested in, yeah, very interesting tasting sausages. I mean, they both have mustard in them actually. So yeah, it's interesting. So definitely, these are not in my top 5, but you know, I just want to mention these because they are still pretty good, right? We're talking about Canadian sausages, so of course there's a lot of good ones. Right, so I have another honorable mention. This is the Freybe Damn Hot Pepperoni Sticks. So Freybe is, I think they're local to BC actually. So they're a BC or even Vancouver-based sausage company. They've been making sausages and meat products since, what, 1844. So, man, they go way back. But yeah, these are the Damn Hot Pepperoni Sticks, and these are the refrigerated versions. They also make like the dried versions. And they make Damn Hot, like this is the one with, you know, spicy peppers and stuff in it. Yeah, they make a Damn Hot version and an original version for both the dry versions and the refrigerated versions. I actually prefer the refrigerated versions just for, yeah, for this brand, because yeah, I think a lot of times if you told me refrigerated versus dried, I would actually prefer the dried one, because I do like that chewy taste, and the refrigerated one tend to taste like softer and more tender. Yeah, most of the dried meat snacks tend to taste a little bit tougher, but also has a more chewier taste. And yeah, in general, refrigerated sausages tends to be like softer and tender. For me, for Freybe sausages, I actually don't like the dried ones as much. And that's just because, yeah, for me, they don't really have much flavor to them. And the Damn Hot ones, honestly, a little bit too much in the hot category. I know that's kind of weird because I like spicy stuff, but yeah, those ones are just like, they a little bit overdid it on the spiciness, and then it kind of overpowers the actual taste of the sausages themselves. So I think that's my issue with those. This one though, the refrigerator version, the Damn Hot, doesn't overpower the actual flavor of the sausage. So yeah, this is what it looked like. So it's got pork, water, spices, sugar, salt, sodium phosphate, garlic, sodium nitrate, and smoke. Okay, so take out one of these sausages, show you guys. Obviously they're all pretty high in protein. Yeah, so this is what they look like, the one with the from Damn Hot Freybes. And I mean, they actually use, yeah, it's funny, they actually use the term damn hot on here. That's pretty funny. Not just regular hot, damn hot. So Anyways, yeah, let's check it out here. I think this is just pork. There's no beef in this one. No, just pork, all pork. That's fine. I like pork. Pork tends to be a little bit more tender compared to beef, right? Beef adds a little bit more of a chewiness, a grittier texture to it. Pork just tends to be, in general, more softer, easier to chew, more tender. Yeah, so this one definitely has a more tender bite compared to, yeah, to a typical sausage. I mean, like, this is a refrigerated version. Yeah, refrigerated sausages tend to be a little bit more tender compared to the dried versions, but yep, this one being pork as well, it's definitely more tender. And pretty good. Not as much of a meatier taste as compared to the all beef ones or the beef pork mixed ones, but yeah, still pretty decent. I have this as an honorable mention, not on my top 5, because yeah, it's still not quite up to the taste level. I mean, it doesn't taste quite as good as the ones in my top 5, but still, yeah, it's pretty decent. I like it. It's from a local BC company, and it's got a little bit of a kick to it because it's the damn hot versions. It's not too much. It doesn't overwhelm the flavor of the sausage like the dried versions do. Like the dried version, damn hots just overpower the flavor of the sausage. These ones are okay. The refrigerated versions just add a little bit of a kick. It doesn't overpower the flavor of the sausage, so it's pretty decent. But yeah, overall, a little bit too soft, not enough flavor compared to the sausages in my top 5. So it doesn't quite make my top 5, but still gotta have it as an honorable mention because still pretty solid Canadian sausages. So yeah, going by Frabie, local BC sausage maker. Yeah. The dried versions are, yeah, I don't like the flavor as much, and the damn hots are too hot for that. The refrigerated versions are better, but still, yeah, still a little bit too tender, and I mean, they're still good, but just not as good as the ones in my top 5. So yeah, I had to put it as an honorable mention because I still do want to mention it, but yeah, the flavor of the sausage and the taste doesn't quite match the ones in my top 5, but again, it's okay. It's still solid for a meat snack overall, right? Still better than most of the ones you'll find in the US. So yeah, it's just like most Canadian sausage snacks I find are still pretty solid, even if they're not in my top 5. So anyways, that's the Frabie Damn Hot Pepperoni. Alright, so in 5th place of my favorite Canadian sausages comes this company called Harvest Meats. And actually my favorite flavor from them is the hot pepperoni, but I only have the original pepperoni here right now. But yeah, this is probably my 5th favorite, which not to say like it's bad or anything. Canadian sausages are all pretty good. But yeah, this is one I'm going to start off with. They're actually from Yorktown, Saskatchewan. So they're yeah, they're from the prairies. And this has pork, beef, salt, spices, sugars, garlic powder, sodium ethyl spice extract, sodium phosphate smoke extract, sodium nitrate, canola oil, and smoke. 190 calories per 2 sticks, so it's probably around I'd say 85 calories per stick, I guess. 30% sodium though. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, this is probably my 5th favorite. Again, doesn't mean that it's bad or anything like that. There's just a lot of good sausages in Canada, and yeah, I'm gonna start off with these ones. 9 grams of protein, a lot. This company was started in 1928. This costs about $8 US for this pack, so it's actually pretty expensive for this small pack, but I think it's because I can only find it at one of the smaller grocers around here. Maybe that's why it's a little bit more expensive for 250 grams. But anyways, these are what the sausages look like. They're smaller sausages because they're meant to be like the really snack sausages. I mean, all the sausages in this video are kind of snack sausages, but these ones especially are really tiny, really meant for snacking on. I guess it's good for taking on hikes and stuff like that, right? If you need some extra bit of energy. I actually prefer these dried ones to the refrigerated ones. So there's 2 kinds of sausages, generally speaking, when it comes to snack sausages, at least up here in Canada. There's the one that are dried, and that means you can actually store them outside because they don't really need to be refrigerated. And then there's the sausages that need to be refrigerated because they contain some moisture. They're not as dried as these ones. I generally prefer the dried ones. Reason being that they have more smoke flavor to them in order to preserve them better. They have like a little tougher taste because they're dried. They don't have as much moisture in them, and I actually like that in a snack sausage. Kind of reminds me of beef jerky a little bit. So yeah, tougher meat, a little bit tougher taste. Which also gives it more chewy texture as well, more of a smoky flavor, and also you can store them for longer because you don't have to be refrigerated. But that's not to say I don't like the refrigerated ones. I think the refrigerated sausages are good too. They have more moisture content. They're more tender tasting in general. They don't have as much of a smoke flavor. They still have smoke flavor, just not as much as these ones. They actually contain less salt because these ones have to contain a lot of salt because in order to preserve them, right? So that they're dried and everything, you don't have to refrigerate them. And yeah, just different tastes. The refrigerated ones taste more tender, and yeah, they don't last as long because you had to refrigerate them as well, right? In general, I prefer the dried ones a little bit more. You know what the sausages look like after I bite on them. So overall, I like it. It's got a lot of smoky flavor to it. It's very chewy, very salty. And this is what I've come to expect from dried sausages like this. Yeah, like I said, different between the refrigerated snack sausages and the dried snack sausages. These ones are meant to be taken on hiking trips and stuff like that. I like the taste of these ones better. A lot of smoke flavor, chewy, a little bit of tough texture because of the driedness, and very salty because it has to be preserved. But I like the taste a lot. Especially these pork and beef ones. Actually, what's this one? Is this actually, yeah, these are a combination of pork and beef. I find like the ones with a mixture of pork and beef, I like it a little bit better than the ones that are pure beef. The ones that are pure beef, definitely more of a tougher meat flavor, I would say. You add some pork in there, mix it with beef a little bit, it gives a little bit of tenderness. And that's what I like about this one. So yeah, usually if they're sausages, if they're having all beef one or pork and beef one, I just go for the pork and beef one because I like that extra tenderness from the pork. If it's all beef, yeah, the flavor is a little bit too strong, and yeah, a little bit tougher as well. But you know, I like this one. It's I think it's the right amount of pork and beef in it, so pretty good. Only major downside of these small snack sausages that are dried is yeah, obviously a lot of sodium. More sodium than in regular sausages, actually. So you eat 2 of these, it's already 30% of your daily value of sodium. So you gotta be careful. Don't eat too many of these, but it's hard for me because I'm so addicted to them. But yeah, these ones from Harvest, the mini sticks, and these ones come in a hot flavor as well, which are actually my favorites, but I can't find that one, so this is just the original pepperoni. But I think these ones are my 5th favorite in terms of Canadian sausages. Alright, another one I want to mention also from Harvest is the Landjäger sausage. So Landjäger is a German sausage, and this is their snack version. Yeah, it's pretty close between this one and the pepperoni that Harvest has. Honestly, they're both pretty good. This one tastes a little bit meatier, maybe because a higher proportion of beef in it. But it's pork, beef, let's see, spices, spice extracts, canola oil, interestingly, and smoke. So yeah, this one's also pretty good. Handcrafted premium taste. It's like artisanal, you know. Okay, let's gluten-free, of course. Yeah, so this is also dry sausage by Harvest. It's pretty similar to the pepperoni one, just has a more of a meaty taste. Definitely has a lot of smoke flavor in this one. 8 grams of protein. Always good to have that. So, yeah, this is what it looks like. So yeah, pretty similar to the pepperoni one. Yes. This one's just a more meatier taste to it, I think. Yeah. Definitely a lot of smoke flavor in this one. A lot of smoke flavor and a noticeably more firmer, meatier taste, which usually means there's more beef in it. This one also has pork and beef, but probably the proportions are mixed differently, right? So I would guess this one seems to have more smoke flavor and a higher proportion of beef in it than pork. So yeah, that makes it a little bit firmer. I still, you know, I put the pepperoni as my favorite Harvest sausage because I like the tenderness a little bit more, but I just want to mention this Landjäger one is pretty good too. So yeah, just a little bit firmer and smokier taste. So yeah, still pretty good too, so I have to mention it. Alright, so I just found out about a new flavor for the Harvest meats, and this one is the dill pickle flavor. Yes, there is a dill pickle flavor sausage snack. I don't know, it's pretty interesting. I've never had a dill pickle flavor pepperoni stick before, but yep, they have these. And honestly, I've tried it a bit, and I'm not sure if it's necessarily like if I like it better than the original. So I'm just gonna mention it in this video as well. I'm not sure if I like it better than the original, but it certainly is an interesting flavor. So yeah, the dill pickle pepperoni. It's pork, beef, sugar, salt, onion powder, garlic powder, spices. Yeah, vinegar actually. It has a bit of vinegar in it, I guess, to get that pickle flavor. Canola oil, natural flavor smoke. Okay, well, anyways, so far I think Harvest is the only one that makes a pepperoni stick or a meat stick with dill pickle flavor. That's like a flavor you usually find in potato chips, but yeah, now we have it in a sausage snack as well, I guess. Anyways, let's try it and tell you guys what I think about it. Okay, so it looks exactly the same as a normal pepperoni. No change in outer appearance. The smell, I can actually smell a little bit of the vinegar flavor off of this. And of course it's trying to be like, it's not like, obviously they didn't put like, you know, real pickles in here or anything, but yeah, I can definitely smell like this has a little bit of that, you know, pickle vinegary smell on it. And dill smell, I guess. The garlic powder I think helps with that. So yeah, I think it's the garlic powder and the vinegar that helps it with that dill pickle smell. Yep, definitely has that dill pickle smell. But anyways, it's interesting. Yeah, it looks exactly the same as a regular pepperoni. And yeah, let's check it out. Try it. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not sure if I actually like this better than the original. It just, I mean, it has I wouldn't say entirely like tastes like pickle or anything. It definitely tastes more like garlic, I guess. A strong garlicky taste. Yeah, doesn't really taste like, well, maybe it does. A little bit of sourness to it, but not too sour for me anyways, because I eat a lot of sour stuff, but it's a very interesting taste. Not super sour, but like definitely there is a little bit like this pickle brine flavor to it, but very interesting taste. Yeah, I would say the main flavors this has to me, this dill pickle flavor, is saltiness, a little bit of sourness, maybe because of the vinegar, and the garlic flavor. I think that's mainly what this tastes like to me. It's a very interesting taste. I'm not sure if I necessarily like it better than the original, because it's just yeah, I don't know. It's just not like the type of taste I would want to have in a sausage necessarily, right? I think this is why this Harvest is the only one that makes these dill pickle sausages. Don't know if it's necessarily a flavor I want to have on a sausage, but it's interesting. Yeah. Well, anyway, still pretty good. Dill pickle pepperoni, guys. Never thought I'd see this, but yeah. I don't know. It tastes interesting. I don't think it's necessarily like, I don't think I necessarily like it better than the original one. It just tastes different, but not necessarily better, just different. And yeah, well, cool taste though. Very interesting. Never had a dill pickle flavor sausage stick, but there it is. Anyways, guys, just have to mention that dill pickle flavored sausage snack. Interesting flavor. I'm not sure if I want to have it on a sausage. It's definitely better suited for potato chips. Yeah, I wouldn't put like dill pickle flavor on just like everything these days. But hey, props to Harvest for coming out with a very interesting flavor. So, yep, just gotta mention that one. So tied for number 5 on my top Canadian sausage snacks is the hot and spicy mini peps from Grimm's Fine Foods. So yeah, I really love these. These are really good because they have a little bit of a kick to them, but not too much, and it's never overwhelming the taste of the sausage. And I also like these too. These also cost about maybe $10 US. So yeah, it does contain a decent amount of sausages, and these ones I would say they have a little bit of a kick to them, and I like them because, like, compared to the Frabie's dry sausages, it's not too much, right? With the Frabie's dry sausages, like the amount of spices they put in it is for the damn hot version is way too much. So yeah, it kind of overpowers the taste of the actual meat. Whereas with these hot and spicy mini peps from Grimm's, they put in just the right amount that gives you just a little bit of a kick. You'll feel it building up in your mouth, but it's not too much like with the Frabie's where it overpowers the taste of the actual sausage. So yeah, that's why for the Frabie's sausages, I actually prefer the refrigerated version, not the dry version. Whereas for Grimm's, I actually prefer the dry version. They also have a refrigerated version too of their sausages, but I do prefer the dry version. So unlike with the Italian and Hungarian sausages that I talked about before from Grimm's, these ones don't have as much of a flavor as those ones. Like those ones definitely have more of a stronger flavor. These ones have more of a generic pepperoni taste, I guess. So yeah, these ones more of a generic pepperoni taste. If you guys are looking for more unique flavor, more unique taste, definitely go for the Hungarian or Italian versions that I just talked about. But for these hot and spicy ones, they don't have that kind of strong flavor. But if you're looking for a little bit of a kick, then that's what these ones are for. And yeah, these contains pork, beef, salt, spices, mustard, dehydrated garlic, some other spices, I guess, smoke. So yeah, anyways, these hot and spicy ones still pretty good. That's what they look like right here. All right, I'm just gonna take a bite. And I can tell definitely this is pork and beef because it's a little bit more tender. I prefer the pork and beef sausages to the all beef sausages because the pork and beef sausages give it a little bit more tenderness. The all beef 100% beef sausages are a little bit too firm for me. So when I chew it, a little bit too firm. But the pork and beef ones, they have that tenderness. So yeah, I mean, it's still firm because it does have beef in it. But because of the mixture of pork in it as well, I think that's what lends it a bit of tenderness as well. It still has flavor. And it's really the nice in-between balance, right? The chicken sausages and turkey sausages, that's too tender and doesn't have enough flavor. Beef sausages, too firm, and yeah, the flavor is almost like, yeah, it's maybe too chewy for me. But for these ones, the pork and beef combination, mixture sausages, I guess, yeah, just the right amount of tenderness. These hot and spicy ones, just a little bit of a kick. Not too spicy, but you do feel it building up, I guess. Doesn't actually say they have any chili pepper in this, but definitely something spicy here. So as I eat it more, the heat flavor kind of builds up, which is what I like, actually. So what I really like about these hot and spicy mini peps is although the sausage itself doesn't have as much flavor as the Italian or Hungarian sausages that they make, it does have a bit of a kick at the beginning. As you keep biting into it, as you keep eating it, the heat just kind of builds up slowly over time, but it's never overpowering, it's never overwhelming the flavor of the sausage. So yeah, I really like these as a spicy sausage. So yeah, I highly recommend these for those of you guys who like dried sausages, but with a bit of a kick to it, so a little bit of a spicy flavor. Alright, so number 4 on my top Canadian sausage snacks is the Pillars hot pepperoni, but I can't find it, so I'll have the original pepperoni here. The hot pepperoni is just difficult to find. So Pillars is Canadian sausage or meat company, and they've been making deli meats basically for a long time, since 1957. I would say along with Schneiders, Pillars and Schneiders are probably going to be the two biggest meat companies on this list. The others are kind of just smaller operations. However, in Canada, the bigger company does not actually mean lower quality for the sausages, unlike in the US, right? So yeah, the bigger companies here actually produce some pretty nice quality sausages. So Schneiders, which you'll actually see later on in this list, and Pillars, both of these companies produce some really nice sausages. And yeah, what I like about the Pillar sausages is, and these are refrigerated too, by the way, you had to put them in the fridge. I don't think that Pillars makes any dry sausage snacks, only the refrigerated version. So you guys can see what it looks like right here. For Pillar sausages, I mean, the sausages are definitely like very standard sized. Yeah, very like I would say the thing that makes pillar sausages very interesting, and to smell it, is the smoke. There's a lot of smoke flavor coming from these sausages. There's a decent amount of meat. The sausages are like decently sized, I would say. There's a decent amount of meat in each sausage, so it's not like a thin sausage or anything like that. Of course, this is a refrigerated one, not a dried one. Dried ones have, you know, probably more protein per stick because it's been dried, but overall you're not getting as much meat because they've shrunk it, right? Because no water content and moisture have been removed for the dried sausages. But for these ones, since Pillars and Schneiders actually, both of these companies focus more on the refrigerated sausages, you do get more bigger sausages in general because you still have the moisture in them. So actually, let's just take a look here. You get pork, sea salt, spices. You have cane sugar in this one and celery juice. That's interesting. Did not realize there's celery juice in here. Garlic, canola oil, and smoke. Okay. So yeah, you get your usual suspects actually in this one. And I think for their pepperoni, I don't think there's any beef. No, there's no beef in this one. It's an all pork stick. And I think that's why this one tastes so tender. And I actually do like the pork sausages too. I prefer to have either pork sausages or pork and beef blend. If it's 100% beef, then it gets a little bit too firm for me, and I don't like the taste as much because it's a little bit more chewy and it's a little bit too firm. But if it's pork or a blend of beef and pork, it has that tenderness to it. However, not too tender, so if it's a chicken sausage or turkey sausage, it's too tender, there's not enough flavor. So I still prefer the beef or beef and pork ones because they actually do have flavor, but especially the pork or the beef and pork blends because they're more tender than the pure beef ones. So anyways, that's just a little nitpick of mine. That's why I don't go for sausages usually that are 100% beef. I prefer to have a mix, or in this case, an all pork one. So let me show you guys. So yeah, this is basically what you see here. So yeah, it's obviously the sausage, right? So you can't see very much. It's like a blend of different you know, meat parts, but yeah, the pillar stuff, the pepperoni, all pork, no beef in this one. That also means it's very tender. So obviously very salty because it's a sausage, but I think the reason I put Pillars so high on my list, maybe because I'm used to it. Like Pillars is probably more of an East Coast company, I believe. I think it's an East Coast company because I don't see it that often in Vancouver. Schneiders is pretty much like in Maple Leaf Foods, right? Their owner. You can see it everywhere across Canada. Pillars, I don't see as much of here. I mean, you can find it obviously, but it's not as common as Maple Leaf or Schneiders. I think I'm quite used to Pillars because like when I grew up near Toronto on the East Coast, I would see Pillars a lot more. So yeah, I mean, I'm probably just used to this taste and I grew up with it. But a lot of smoke flavor on this one. Of course, heavily salted, and the fact that it's tender. Very tender because it's all pork. No beef in this one. But yeah, my favorite is technically the hot version of this, but very hard to find. So this is just the original pepperoni version. It's a, yeah, so you can see it says here, with pork and natural ingredients. So, I don't know what natural ingredients means, but yeah, this is an all pork sausage. Some of the other sausages on this list, they're going to be a mixture of beef and pork, but this one's all pork. So yeah, very tender on this one. So yeah, I mean all these sausages on this list are good, but yeah, this one, what I noticed is the tenderness, because it's all pork. The fact that you get a decent amount of volume on the stick because it's a refrigerated one, it's not a dried one, so you get more in the sausage, I guess, because there's water content. And heavy smoke flavor from this. So yeah, I think that's why I rank Pillars number 3 on my list, fairly high, just because probably because I'm used to growing up with Pillars. But yeah, it's a tender sausage, a decent amount of that you get a lot of stuff. It's a pretty decently sized sausage, and the heavy smoke flavor from this. So yeah, just 2 sticks will give you 28% of sodium for your daily value. So obviously don't eat too much of this, but yeah, I'm just used to I'm used to this flavor. I grew up with this. I grew up with Pillars and Schneiders mostly, so I think that's why I'm kind of biased towards these sausages. But Yeah, I think the thing that I noticed the most about these Pillars ones, again, yeah, the heavy smoke flavor and the tenderness because it's all pork, no beef in it. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good sausage. All right, so there's another pillar sausage that I found. So this one is the Tuscan style salami. This is pretty interesting. You don't see this all too often, but I managed to find this one. And yeah, let's check it out because I think this is not your typical pepperoni style sausage stick, which most of these sausage sticks are. This one's a salami style and Italian style, of course. So yeah, we're gonna check this one out. Tuscan style salami. You don't see it very often. And I actually don't even see Pillars very often here in the West Coast. I think it's more of a East Coast brand in general. I mean, sometimes I find Pillars, but definitely it's more common in Toronto than it is in Vancouver. Okay, so we've got pork, water, salt, spices, dextrose, natural flavor, garlic, yeah, some sodium nitrate, canola oil, natural smoke. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're based in Waterloo. It makes sense why I found them more often. Like, Pillars were, like, very easy to find in Toronto area, but not so much in Vancouver. I can find it in Burnaby, though. But yeah, let's take a look here. Okay, and this is what the sausage stick looks like. You guys can see. Yep. It definitely looks a lot more like a salami stick than it does a typical pepperoni snack stick, right? Yeah, definitely looks more like a charcuterie type salami. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's also got, of course it has like a nice smoky smell to it, but it's got a very interesting, like, compared to the other pepperoni sticks, which just almost just smell like smoke. This one, it actually smells like, yeah, natural meat. You know, what do you know? You know, it's not just smoke, it smells like natural meat as well. So I think this is more of the, because this one is probably more of a, more or less processed, I guess, compared to your typical sausage stick. I mean, they're all processed, but maybe this one's less so. So it feels more like an actual piece of meat, you know. But hey, this one's actually supposed to be salami, not just your typical sausage snack stick. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna check out this salami style sausage stick, or Tuscan style rather. It's Italian style salami. Let's check it out here. Alright. Very interesting. Okay. It's got a very chewy bite to it. Compared to some of the other sausage snacks I've tried in this video, yeah, it's got a very chewy texture and strong garlic flavor, I would say. No, definitely I can taste, you can feel the garlic, the spices. Yeah, this one, if you guys love your spices and garlic, this one definitely has a lot of that flavor in it. And it's got a very chewy, meaty texture to it compared to some of the other pepperoni stacks and stuff like that I've tried. Pretty good. Yeah, this one a bit different. Definitely a bit different from your typical pepperoni snack sausage. The other snack sausages I've done in this video, pretty different because this one actually tastes more like charcuterie. Like if you buy some salami from the store, right? Tastes more like, yeah, like a bit chewy like that. Not just, a lot of these sausage snacks, I just like, you know, you just bite off and then it's, yeah, and then it doesn't have too much of the flavor other than just the smoky taste to it, right? Well, this one's more than just that. This one's got a nice chewable texture to it. Tastes a little bit more meaty, I would say. Smells a little bit more meaty too, and very strong garlicky spice flavor to it. I like it. So yeah, this might be my favorite pillar sausage now. I mean, I like the hot pepperoni, but there's a lot of good hot pepperoni sausage sticks in this video. This one is a bit interesting and special. It's different. The Tuscan style salami, yeah. This one's a bit different from the other sausage sticks in this video, so it might be my favorite Pillars sausage snack actually. Yeah. Just tastes a bit different. Yeah, I think most of the other sausage snacks in this video taste like very processed, I would say. Like you bite down into them and you know that you know, it's some kind of processed meat basically. It has that processed meat type of flavor to it. But this one, yeah, the Tuscan salami, actually tastes like real pork, you know? Doesn't just taste like some kind of processed thing. It tastes like real pork. So I think I have to give this Tuscan salami high marks just for that. But having that nice garlic flavor is nice as well. Yeah, pretty good. I definitely like the meaty texture and the flavor of this one. Nice garlicky flavor, and it's got nice meaty, chewy texture to it. So I think, yeah, the Tuscan style salami, this might be my favorite Pillars sausage snack, because it's just a little bit different than the other sausage snacks I've tried in this video. Not your typical pepperoni snack. Yeah, definitely got more meaty, chewy texture to it, and more garlic flavor, I would say. So yeah, I definitely like this one. Probably my favorite from Pillars now, the Tuscan style salami. Alright, so number 3 on my favorite Canadian sausage snacks is going to be the Great Canadian Meat hot sausage sticks, or hot pepperoni sticks. These are really good. They cost not that much actually. They only cost about $7.50 US. But yeah, you get a good amount of sausage sticks in here, and the Great Canadian Meat Company is really interesting because they started near Toronto, and I grew up near Toronto on the East Coast. They're not. Actually, I can't find them anywhere in Vancouver because it's West Coast here. So I actually had to get this shipped from their online store. So they started back in 1992 near Toronto, and I remember when I grew up in Toronto, I actually often saw these in stores, and yeah, I've been really craving them here because you can't really find them here, and they are really good. So yeah, I'll just give you what they are made of. Pork and chicken. Actually, there's no beef in this one. It's a mixture of pork and chicken. Water, salt, sugars, spices, garlic powder, natural smoke and stuff. So yeah, this one's a number 3. It's actually pretty close to my number 2 pick. It just depends on my mood which one I want more. Yeah, so this one is yeah, it has a hot flavor in it. The hot flavor is just a little bit of a kick. It's not too much, which is nice. Let's just check it out. I'll show you what these look like here actually. Here, okay. Yeah, so you can tell these ones have a little bit more of a texture, as you guys can see here on the sausage itself, and they're dry sausages. They're not refrigerated, so you see there's yeah, more texture on the sausage and stuff. But yeah, it's interesting. It's no beef in this one, just pork and chicken, so it's pretty tender actually. So yeah, check it out. What it looks like. Very good. They got this really nice chewy texture to it. And the hot flavor is not too hot, just a little bit of a kick. That's what we like about it. No, yeah, too bad I can't find these in Vancouver. I had to get them shipped. But, man, when I'm back in Toronto, I always go for one of these. Really nice. Really good. So yeah, it's really close between this one and the number 2 one. I could give them, I guess it can be swapped. If I want a little bit more garlic, then yeah, my number 2 pick has more garlic in it. But this one, if I want to have the more hotter flavor, a bit of a kick, then I'll go for this one. So it's really like a toss-up between this one and the number 2 pick here. Really good. Yeah, it's got this nice chewy texture to it. Sure, it doesn't have beef in it, but yeah, this mixture of pork and chicken is really good actually. I think this might be the only sausage here that has chicken in it, but somehow they mixed it just right. Really good. Texture, great. Flavor, nice kick to it. Yeah, it's a really nice mixture, and it's got this chewy texture to it. Really like it. So yeah, honestly, pretty close between this one and the number 2. I mean, it really depends on what I want to eat, my mood. This one's definitely more of a kick. The Schneiders one, which is my number 2 one, yeah, more of a garlic taste. But yeah, they're both really good. It really depends on my mood. So yeah, these ones, the Great Canadian Meat Sausage, yeah, certainly. Even though it's got a little bit of a patriotic message to it. They use some premium ingredients. I think they use pork from Quebec, beef from Western Canada, So yeah, they use some premium ingredients, and they just taste really good, man. All these like Canadian sausages, I don't know how they do it. It just tastes so much better than American sausages and other sausages I've had from other countries. It's just really good. Yeah, it's this really chewy texture with a little bit of a kick. So really like this one. Yeah, great Canadian meat sausage for my number 3 pick. So this is my second favorite sausage snack, and this is the Schneiders Pepperettes European flavor. And I've always liked this one. I've actually remembered that this one being sold since I was at least in high school. It's been sold for quite a long time, and yeah, I really like it. Schneiders is a Canadian meat company. So these Schneider sausages, they actually go back all the way back to 1890, I think is when this company first started. They've actually been owned by Maple Leaf Foods, which is one of Canada's biggest meat processing companies for a while now. But yeah, the Schneiders company goes way back, I think before Maple Leaf Foods. And yeah, these sausages, the European sausages, and actually all their other sausages too, these pepperette sticks cost about $8 US, I would say, for this pack. So again, not too cheap or anything like that, but for the quality of the sausages, I think it's pretty amazing. And oh yeah, the Schneiders company originally started near Toronto. It actually started in Kitchener, Ontario, which is a city very close to Toronto. So yeah, it started like way back in the 1800s, over 100 years ago, near Toronto. They make like many different types of meats, like bacon, sausage, all kinds of meats, basically. So yeah, they're like pillars, I guess, in other Canadian sausage or meat companies. And yeah, they make a lot of snack sausages. They make pepperoni, which is pretty good as well. They make beef sausages, mixed like pork sausages and beef sausages. But this one is my favorite, the European style sausage. I think it used to be called at one point Napoli sausages. But yeah, these European sausages are really nice. They've been fermented and dry cured for over 3 days. Ingredients on the back, what I read it is pork, chicken, sugars, which is maltodextrin, dextrose, and glucose solids, and salt, spice, garlic powder, absorbic acid, lactic acid starter culture, sodium nitrate, smoke. So yeah, I think it's some combination of the pork and chicken is an interesting combination. Yeah, I usually eat stuff that's either like beef sausage or like pork and beef together when it comes to meat snacks, but this one's pork and chicken. That's nice. Interesting combination. And it's something with the spice and garlic powder in the smoke. Some combination of all those. It's got a really nice flavor to it. So yeah, it's the Schneiders Pepperettes European style is my second favorite sausage snack. Of course, Schneiders is a Canadian meat company, so you won't be finding these in the US. And the sausages look like this. They got like, yeah, they look very like dried out. So I think that's one thing. You don't have to necessarily refrigerate these. You don't have to, because these are a dried snack. So you can just, yeah, don't leave them out too long, but you don't need to refrigerate them for that long either. Because yeah, they're already kind of dry cured and everything like that. So yeah, pretty good. Yeah. Something about the meat. Yeah, the meat's pretty nice. It's got this yeah, garlicky flavor, smoke flavor to it. It's not too tender, but it's not too tough either. And yeah, it's definitely got this garlic and smoke flavor to it, which I really like. It's not spicy or anything, but just got this nice flavor to it. And yeah, I don't know. It's just a nice texture to the meat. So out of all the Schneider sausages, this is my favorite. Yeah, really nice meat snack. So the Schneiders Pepperettes European. Out of all the sausages I've tried, this is probably my second favorite. Really good. Yeah, just got a real nice texture and flavor to it. I don't know, it's garlic and smoke or something. And maybe it's the pork and chicken combination, but I really like the texture of the meat and yeah, and the flavor. Honestly, it's pretty close between this one and the Great Canadian Meat Sausage. Yeah, it just depends on which flavor I'm looking for. Like the European sausage definitely has more of a garlicky flavor to it, very chewy and nutty texture, I think. Whereas the Great Canadian Meat Sausage is more of it's a chewy one, but also has a bit of a kick to it because it's the hot flavor. Really close between the two. Yeah, it really depends on my mood sometimes. But yeah, I'll put this one number 2. I'm actually more familiar with it because the Schneiders sausage is more widely available. And so in Vancouver, it's definitely easier to find than the Great Canadian Meat Sausage. Actually, I think the Schneider sausage is not quite as chewy as the Great Canadian Meat Sausage. I think the Great Canadian Meat Sausage is got more of a chewy texture to it. But the Schneider sausage, I mean, definitely has a good amount of flavor. Like the garlic flavor, I think stands out to me. And also, yeah, I mean, just the fact that I think it's got this nutty taste and flavor to it as well. It's hard to describe, but yeah, definitely more of a garlic nutty taste to it. Very interesting. And oh yeah, these Schneider's pepperettes, they're actually refrigerated. So with these European sausages as well as most of other Schneider's stuff, I don't think Schneider's actually makes any true dried sausages. Most of their sausages are refrigerated. You have to put them in the fridge. They will spoil if you leave it out for too long, so that's just an FYI. I don't think Schneider's makes any dried ones actually. So every one of their sausages you have to keep it in the fridge. But yeah, that's just the FYI for these ones. Alright, I have another addition actually to the sausages, and this is pretty much, I'm just going to put this at the same level as the Schneider's European sausages, but the hot European sausages. I think this is a new addition because I haven't really seen this too much before. This must have came out fairly recently. But yeah, it says it's their premium cuts of meat with a kick of cayenne, dry cured for over 3 days. So basically they took essentially their European sausages, which are already pretty good. Those are some of my favorites already, right? They rank pretty high on this list. And they added cayenne pepper to it. So it has pork, chicken, sugar, salt, spice, garlic powder, spice extract, yeast extract, and I guess they don't specifically say cayenne on the back, but I think the spice extract must be it. But yeah, it says the premium cuts with a kick of cayenne here. So yeah, they now have a hot version, which is nice. So let's try it. This costs the same amount as the regular European sausages, so like I think around $7-8 US. Of course, you can only get them in Canada, but yeah. All right, so what they look like, pretty much they look like the same almost. Actually, you can tell that they added some little peppers and stuff to it, I guess. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I think they must have added a little bit of pepper to it. I can see kind of little flakes of pepper inside the sausage here. But yeah, overall it doesn't look too different from the regular European ones. Let's check it out. I'm gonna smoke it like a cigar. No, kidding. Alright. Yeah, it tastes pretty similar to the regular European, but no, I can definitely feel there is a bit of a kick to it. Yep, it's got a lingering spiciness in the mouth. So it's not like, I wouldn't say it's like really spicy or anything, but at the same time, I can definitely feel the kick. So, yeah, it's definitely there. I can feel it. Not bad. I wouldn't actually say if I like this better than the original one. I think it's just a flavor of the original one. I don't think it's necessarily better. Some hot sausages I just like better than the original, like Schneider's hot pepperoni. I think that's just better than the original pepperoni one. Same thing with Pillar's. Pillar's hot pepperoni I would just take over the regular pepperoni. But yeah, this one I don't think I would necessarily take this over the regular one. I think they're both pretty good. Almost the same taste, just the hot European has a little bit of a kick to it. Yeah, not bad, but overall, they're both good. I think it's the quality of the chewy meat, the garlic. I can sense the garlic taste of the European sausage. That flavor is still there. So yeah, remember guys, the European sausage from Schneiders. Reason why I like it partly is because the garlic flavor to it is pretty pronounced. and now you have a garlic and a cayenne kick to it. So it's a bit of garlic and a bit of cayenne pepper. So now you kind of have both flavors. Yeah, not bad. Don't know if I like it better because this one is just not as much doesn't have as much garlic flavor as the normal European sausage, but it has more of a spicy kick to it. Just replaces some of that garlic with a spicy kick. So I think they're both good. Again, I would probably rank them about the same. I just wanted to talk about these because they just came out. I just saw them, hot European. I didn't know that these existed, but they just came out. So yeah, definitely still pretty good. I mean, both the European sausages are pretty good for Schneiders. You can't go wrong with them. Yeah, just got a bit of garlic, a little bit of a kick. Yeah, pretty good. I don't think I can ever refuse one of these. Alright, so I have another Schneiders sausage snack, and this one is the hot pepperoni. Now, I still think the European style might be my favorite, and I grew up with those. But I have to mention the hot pepperoni as well, because I think these ones are really nice as well. So yeah, I gotta highlight the Schneiders hot pepperoni. We can check this one out as well. Pork, water, salt, sugar, spice, glucono, okay, sodium ethorbate, something, garlic powder, sodium nitrate, habanero peppers in this one. I think that's what gives it the spice, the hot flavor, and the smoke, okay. Yeah, let's check this one out. Schneiders, of course, yeah, one of my favorite meat makers in Canada. They make a lot of meat products. Let's see. And the sausage stick looks something like this, I would say. Get this to focus. Yeah. It looks a little bit like, well, it doesn't look all too different from the other pepperoni snacks that we've seen in this video so far. Yeah, so the texture is pretty similar to a lot of the other sausage snacks that we've seen in this video, so nothing too special here. But yeah, let's just see how hot is this thing. Okay, breaks apart pretty easily. Yeah, I think definitely compared to that Pillar's Tuscan salami, this one definitely tastes more processed, I would say. Yeah, the Tuscan salami tastes more like, you know, almost like a real meat sausage. This one tastes like more processed for sure. Breaks apart really easily. Obviously very salty, just like all the other sausage sticks. I can feel like the heat kind of build up a little bit. It's that dried habanero, right? Yeah. So dried habanero. Yeah, I would say definitely the taste and the texture is not as good as the European pepperettes. I still prefer the European pepperettes and the hot European pepperettes. Those are my favorite Schneiders sausage snacks, but the hot pepperoni is okay. I mean, yeah, the texture is not that great. Yeah, the quality of the sausage itself and the texture is not quite as good as the European one. I think the European pepperettes are definitely still better, in my opinion, for Schneiders. But yeah, the hot pepperoni is okay, just because it's got a little bit of a kick to it. There's not that much though. I mean, the spice kind of like builds up a bit as you eat more of it, but just like one sausage stick is not gonna make your mouth go on fire or anything. It's not that spicy. Yeah, it's not that spicy by itself. I would say it just builds up a little bit in your mouth once you eat more of it, but yeah. Definitely, it's just a little bit of a kick, not too much of it. I think still the spiciest sausage in this video is the Grimm's. The Grimm's hot mini peps or something, the mini pepperettes from Grimm's. I think those are the ones you eat just one stick, and I think it already is kind of spicy. I think those ones had the biggest kick to them. But these ones, not as much of a kick. Yeah, so I had to mention the hot pepperoni, of course, because I do think they're okay. Yeah. They're okay, but still prefer the European pepperettes. I still think they have better texture. And the spiciness level is not that high. Just it's there, but it's just barely there. Yeah. So I think for the spicy pepperettes, I still prefer Grimm's. I think the little hot and spicy little pepperettes from Grimm's are still the best. And then probably after that, I think Fraby's Damn Hot are actually pretty hot as well. So I think those after that. So those would be my pick for spicy sausage sticks. Yeah, this hot pepperoni says it has garlic inside of it, but I don't really taste any garlic. Yeah, like, even the habanero is like barely there. Like there's some little bit of spicy kick, but really not too much of it. Yeah, barely any kind of spice. It's like a little bit spicy, but it's like very, very small. And is there garlic there? I don't know. I have to kind of I kind of have to just really search for it. It's really not prominent. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed with the hot pepperoni, to be honest. I think definitely the European sausages have more flavor and texture to them. I'm going to tell you guys my favorite sausage snack, my favorite meat snack. This is actually one I've talked about before in a previous video. This is the UFM Sabi sausage. So UFM is a small family-run company. It stands for Ulrich Family Meats. They're based in, actually they were based around where I used to live and where I grew up, which was Aurelia, Canada. But I can see that actually this particular one has been manufactured by Helinda's Fine Foods in Etobicoke, which is actually part of Toronto. Interesting enough. It's Ontario approved or something there. As for the history of the Ulrich family meats, I actually don't know too much about it because, yeah, I haven't they don't have like a webpage or website or anything, and I haven't asked them. But I know they've been around since I was a kid, since I was in elementary school, so they've been around for at least, I would say 30 years. So yeah, they've been there for a while, at least 30 years. Their sausages, the price, I would say for these are about $3.50 or $4 US. I think they went up in price a bit. Yeah, they're definitely not cheap, but they are substantial sausages. Like just one of them, you can get like more than your like whole day's, I guess, value of protein. So yeah, it's definitely like one of their sausages is like a whole meal basically. So you get your whole day's value of protein in just one of these sausages. So yeah, I think it's around $3.50 or $4 US. But yeah, their sausages I think are amazing, probably the best. And yeah, this is my favorite sausage snack. It's this is the hot Sabi sausage. I like the hot one. Very hard to find outside of Ontario. Pretty much this is like an Ontario only thing because this is a small family owned operation in rural Ontario. Tell you guys the ingredients. So it's pork, salt, dextrose spices, cayenne. So there's a little bit of cayenne pepper, dehydrated garlic, sodium ethyl-thorbate, monosodium glutamate, which is MSG, sodium ethyl-thorbate, starter culture, sodium nitrate, natural smoke. Yeah, so yeah, there's some like strange sounding ingredients in there, but believe me, this is my favorite sausage snack. It just, man, I don't know what they put inside this thing, but it tastes amazing, especially the hot one. It's like not too hot, it's got just the right amount of spices, and it's got this chewy, meaty texture to it. Really love it. This is what it looks like. This is they come in different sizes actually. Like some of them are like a little smaller or like slightly longer or something like that, but just generally like the size of the sausage here. Yeah, I don't know what is a Sabi sausage. Actually, the only time I heard Sabi sausage used is with this snack. I wonder if that's some Italian sounding name or something like that. Anyways, I'm gonna open it. My parents usually bring it from Aurelia where they live because it's very hard to find anywhere else. So I'm very grateful that they bring a package over every time. This is the last one from that package, so I'm gonna savor this one. Yeah, I already did a video on this one, but man, it's so good. It's so good. It's my favorite. Haven't had any other sausage, I think, except for some of the ones in Eastern Europe. Some of the ones in Eastern Europe are really good, but I think outside of Eastern Europe, this is my favorite. No other sausage even comes close to this. I mean, wow, it looks, yeah, this sausage just looks amazing. Just, oh, smell like, you can smell like it smells like a little bit sour, a little bit vinegar flavor, smoke flavor, and then of course, because this is a hot version, it can smell a little bit of chili as well. The cayenne pepper just assaults my senses. Really nice smelling sausage, and then once you bite into it, amazing. I don't know what makes it taste so good compared to any other sausage. I don't know. It's just this chewiness. It's like it's got a little bit of spice in it. It's a little bit hot, a little bit spicy, but not too much. Very chewy. Very chewy, and it's got a little bit of smoke flavor. And I just can't stop eating it. You know what's the MSG? I don't know. Just can't stop eating this. And I really wish that they would be able to ship outside of just Ontario. But so far I think they're Ontario only. Of course you can't get them in the US either, because it's a small family-owned operation. So it's very hard to find sausage outside of Ontario, unfortunately. But it's so good. I really wish they would expand their operations. The UFM hot sabi sausage, right? These meat snacks. I don't know. Like I keep coming back to this one. I tried so many sausages, you know, everywhere. You know, Japan, Korea, China, US obviously, and then parts of Europe. So outside of Eastern Europe, this is my favorite sausage. I just don't know how this small family in rural Ontario somehow makes these amazing sausages that no one else can duplicate. It's amazing. Like, no, what? Let's see what it looks like here. Right. Oops. Yeah, I don't know what they put inside here, but this is it's an amazing tasting sausage. Like I just can't get enough of it. Man, if I could, I even told my brother and my family, like, if there was one last meal or one last type of food I had to have before I die, it's gonna be this one. That's how good this is. If I want to have one last food before I die, it's gonna be the sausage. It's so good. It's like one of my favorite foods ever. Is this sausage here. I know it's unhealthy, right? Obviously it's no sausage is really that healthy for you, especially the preserved ones, but man, I don't care. It's so good. I can just keep on eating this forever, and I'm just gonna watch. Usually what I do is I read some online reviews or something, and then I just, yeah, I read some online reviews and I just watch some YouTube videos while I'm eating this. So good. That's my routine. Okay.
On January 10th of 1949, a champion was born in Marshall, Texas. His name, George Edward Foreman. Hit the school in Houston's Forge, apparently the local street gangs, because there's not a lot of money in algebra tests. The victimization of his former classmates provided him with the
I'm just gonna watch like a, this is what I usually do, is watch a YouTube video or read a review when I'm eating one of these things.
Fortunately for fans of heavyweight
it's very heavy because this thing, there's so much of it. I mean, how much does it weigh? Actually, it doesn't show how much. Oh, 85 grams. Okay, it weighs 85 grams. So 85 grams worth of sausage here. It's actually pretty filling, just eating it by itself. It's a pretty large sausage, very filling. So yeah, once I eat this, I think it satisfies my appetite for a while.
Fat-reducing grilling machines? This period of his life didn't last that long. At 16, George was picked up for vocational training by the Lyndon B. Johnson Job Corps, where he finally got his GED and trained to be a carpenter. It was during this time that George met Doc Brodus, a counselor with the Job Corps. Brodus just so happened to also be a boxing coach, and he saw fighting potential in George's massive 6'4", 200-plus pound physique. He soon encouraged Foreman to give the sport a try, and Foreman took to it like blue cheese butter to a freshly grilled steak. Within just 2 years of his first fight, George would defeat Poland's Lucian Trela, Romania's Ion Alexei, Italy's Giorgio Bambini, and finally, the Soviet Union's Jonas Sepelis, winning him the gold medal at the 1968 Summer Olympics in Mexico City. It was a meteoric rise for a kid who, only 4 years earlier, was headed towards a life of petty crime. And Foreman waved that star-spangled banner proudly across the ring as the world went wild.
And there's George holding up the American flag in the center of the ring before thousands of impressed spectators.
He'd go on to win the world heavyweight title in just 2 rounds from the then undefeated Smokin' Joe Frazier. Weirdly, Frazier did not follow in Foreman's grilling footsteps.
Down goes Frazier!
Which is a shame. The Smokin' Joe countertop meat smoker would have sold like hotcakes. Hotcakes he could cook on a George Foreman. For a time, Foreman was unstoppable. He remained undefeated until the 1974 Rumble in the Jungle, where he lost the heavyweight title to Muhammad Ali after an 8th-round knockout punch. After a brief break from fighting, Foreman returned to collect some wins and losses over the next handful of years. But in 1977, at age 28, he retired from boxing. For the first time. George had a religious awakening after nearly dying of heat stroke during one of his final matches. He became a born-again Christian and, in 1978, began preaching as an ordained minister in his hometown of Houston. In 1980, Foreman even founded his own church, called the Church of the Lord Jesus Christ.
George Foreman don't mean nothing no more. To me, Jesus Christ mean everything.
He soon opened the George Foreman Youth and Community Center, a place he hoped would help kids in poverty, just as he had been helped by the Job Corps years prior. But by the mid-1980s, George was running out of money and was facing the potential closure of its youth center.
Yeah, I don't know what makes these sausages so good, but yeah, just once I start eating them, I can't stop. They're so good. Like I said, maybe it's some combination of, it tastes like a little bit, it's got like a tiny bit of like sourness, I guess, which I really like, and it's got the smoke, it's got the spiciness as well, a little bit of spiciness right from the cayenne. Oh, it's got dehydrated garlic in it as well, and maybe like it's the MSG or something, and the salt, the spices, all and the smoke all combined together. Like, man, perfection. That's what the sausage is. It's perfection. I can. If this wasn't so unhealthy, I would just eat this all day. And if it was more widely available, of course. If it was more widely available, and if it wasn't so unhealthy, I could eat this all day. This is like, it's that good. It's that good. Oh man. Yeah, the UFM Uruk Family Meats Sabi sausage, hot Sabi sausage, is going to be my number one like meat snack or sausage snack, just because you can't beat this. Like, I could eat this all day. I could eat this for the rest of my life. If it wasn't so unhealthy and if it was more widely available, I would do that. It's just that good. It's like, yeah, if I had one food to eat before I die, and this would be the one I would eat. It's that good. Like, man, I don't know how they make it taste so good. I just can't stop eating it.
Evangelical preaching is generally more lucrative than boxing, but not when you're George Foreman. If he wanted to continue to help kids in his community, he needed a whole lot of money, fast. So after 10 years in retirement, George returned once more to the ring in 1987. While many had written him off as a washed-up has-been, he was quick to knock the fat out of their heads. Foreman won 24 consecutive matches after returning to boxing, suffering his first loss in 1991 when he tried to take back the heavyweight title from the undefeated Evander Holyfield. Hey, we get it. We couldn't even beat Holyfield in the Sega game. In 1994, though, George would get another shot. He entered the ring with Michael Moorer, the decorated heavyweight champion boxer, and not a Pokemon evolution of the guy who made Bowling for Columbine. And at the age of 45, George became the oldest boxer ever to win the world heavyweight title. At last, in 1997, George retired from the ring for good, leaving his final match with a record of 76-5. So, where the heck do indoor grills fit into all of this? In 1993, engineering and design duo Michael Bohm and Robert Johnson filed a patent for an all-new way to grill. Their invention was an electric cooking device with a lower plate that sloped downward at a 20-degree angle. With the inclusion of this sloped surface, any grease would run right out of the front of the grilling device and into a collection tray below, like a devastating ski slope accident. The duo then took their newly patented device to trade shows the nation over, referring to it to potential corporate buyers as the Fajita Express. They demonstrated how their invention's angled surface would provide the perfect slope for sliding meats into tortilla shells. This initial design even had a second tray apart from the grease collector, meant to hold taco shells in place for ease of sliding. Hey, that actually does sound like a great invention. Eventually, they found a buyer. The pair sold their patent to Sultan, a kitchen equipment manufacturer, known at the time for their juice extractors and pasta makers. Sultan tossed aside the Fajita Express name and gave their newly acquired product an all-new title. They called it the Lean, Mean, Fat-Reducing Grilling Machine. They soon sought out a spokesman for its release, and they had just the former heavyweight champion in mind. Sultan attempted to lure George Foreman into repping their electric grill by giving him one to try out for himself, and by offering him a hefty one-time paycheck. George was no stranger to the spokesman game, having previously lent his face to brands such as Doritos
I was wrong.
and Meineke discount mufflers.
By George, I think he's got it.
But he initially turned Sultan down, citing that their grilling machine looked more like a toy than a real kitchen appliance. We're not really sure what toy he's thinking of. Maybe a real sad transformer? Despite his initial reluctance, Foreman would later joke that he'd meant to get into the grilling business all along. He once tweeted out that the idea came to him after being knocked out in his 1974 match with Muhammad Ali. He wrote that a piece of talking meat came to him then in a vision while he was down on the mat. Few people have been punched so hard they flew straight into a meat dream, but that's why Ali was the greatest. Another version of the story, probably the actual story, claims that after Foreman shoved Sultan's grill into some deep, dark corner of his home, his then-wife decided to try it out for herself. She made the pair some burgers on it, and the heavyweight champ's mind was changed in one juicy, savory instant. Regardless of which story is true, or how many inanimate objects may have touched.
Alright, so yeah, that's my pick for best sausage here, best sausage snack. The UFM hot soppy sausage. It's just so good. Can't stop eating it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they did, how they made it or anything. Just no other sausage tastes like this one. And unfortunately, it's very hard to find outside of Ontario or rural Ontario, but hopefully someday they might be able to make it outside. Like they might be able to make it more widely available, and then I'll just be eating this all the time, which I guess isn't good for my health. So maybe they shouldn't make it more widely available. This is like a treat, right? It's like a delicacy for me just to be able to eat this once in a while. Whenever my parents come over, they bring this in. Yeah, it's a real treat. So yeah, that's it. UFM hot soppy sausage is my pick for the for my number one meat sausage snack. It's just the best. Like, I'm sorry, you know, most people have probably never been able to try this because it's not widely available. It's only in rural Ontario and stuff, and it's unfortunate, right? It's hard to find, but man, it's once you try it, it's just amazing. I can't, just incomparable to any other sausage. It's just so different than any other sausage. It just has this unique quality where it's like got this chewy flavor, but it's also got garlic and MSG and cayenne peppers and smoke in it, and just makes you want to keep eating it. It's that addictive for me. So yeah, it's just one of my favorite foods. Actually, one of my favorite snacks is this sausage here. So yeah, it's going to be hard for anything to compete against this. And yeah, I loved it so much I even made a video about it before. So yep, that's it. Number one choice is the UFM hot soppy sausage, which most people probably won't be able to get unless you're in, you know, around the Toronto area. Maybe you might be able to find it. But yeah, it's amazing. Can't beat it. It's my pick. Too good. Too good. I'll savor it. Yeah, so what I love about it is, of course, it's got the saltiness from the salt, but it's got the spices. I don't know what kind of spices they use, but they're, you know, it tastes really great. It's got the cayenne peppers, so it gets a little bit of a kick. Not too much, not too spicy, but it definitely has a little bit of kick in your mouth. We can still kind of feel the spiciness. Dehydrated garlic. Yeah, that's you know, when I eat this, you know, I get a little bit of a garlicky taste out of it as well, which is great. Then the smoke flavor as well. So everything just comes together, combines together for an amazing taste. Oh man. Just can't get enough of it. So good. This is amazing. Really wish that that they would distribute this a little bit more broadly. Fortunately, it's only limited to, like I said, the Toronto, Ontario area. Unfortunately, personally, I've tasted sausages from every country I've been to, but Canada is, I think, after Eastern Europe. It's in Eastern Europe, I'm referring to, like, you know, Poland and Czech Republic and yeah, like Hungary and those places. Aside from Eastern Europe, I think Canada has probably the next best sausages I've tasted, so the bar is set pretty high for Canada. Yeah, definitely higher than the US, right? The US, I don't think I've had too many good sausages. Yeah, other than the ones I mentioned already. So like Duke's sausages are really good from the US, and then I think the Bavarian meats from Seattle I've been to has pretty nice sausages, and then Nueski's, I guess. Some of their sausages are good too, but in general, I think I find Canadian sausages and these Canadian sausage companies make much better cured meats and sausages for me. But yeah, that's just my, from my opinion, you know, I've been to a lot of these countries, and I just feel like Canada has really good sausages, like surprisingly, right? And I actually don't know why the U.S. can't compete with Canada when it comes to the sausage making. Just, yeah, like the Jack Links, Alberto's, like all that other stuff in the U.S., like that's just like, you know, it's the gas station stuff, and it's just not good, right? None of those sausages are very good, not even comparable to any of the sausages you find in Canada. So, yeah, I don't know why the U.S. can't really make any good ones, except for Duke's. I think Duke's, if Duke's were in this video, it would actually be in the top 5. The Duke sausages are really good, but other than that, I haven't really tasted any other sausage in the U.S. that I would put on par with the Canadian sausages. Yeah, except for Duke's. So, yeah, in particular, I like the chili and the hatch chili and the spicy flavors for Duke's. I think those are really good. The serrano peppers that they use and the hatch chilies that they use, those are really good sausages. But other than that, yeah, that's the only sausage maker from the US I can think of that can even compete with Canadian sausages. So, anyways, yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think of my Canadian sausage ranking. Please, if you're up here in Canada, definitely try out these sausages if you like sausages, especially these sausage snacks, I would say. So yeah, guys, if you're ever up here in Canada, yeah, try these sausages out if you're into sausage snacks, and that's basically what this video is about, all these different sausage snacks, and I really do think that Canada makes some of the best in the world. So yeah, if any of you guys ever are not in Canada, you plan to come to Canada, try them out, and if you are Canadian and you like sausage snacks, or you just need you know, some kind of meat snack or something if you're going out for some exercise or hiking or whatever, then definitely, yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video. So yeah, you guys know I'm a meat lover. I love sausages and sausage snacks. So yeah, in my opinion, Canada makes some of the best sausage snacks in the world. So let me know what you guys think, and if you guys have a recommendation of a sausage snack that you guys have tried, then let me know in the comment section below, and maybe I'll check it out. So yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. What kind of sausage snacks do you guys eat? And as always, thanks for watching. This is just a short video just to add on, and it's to talk about my favorite American snack sausage company, and that's called Duke's. So I got 2 of my favorite Duke's flavors right here. I already talked about it in my other American snack video, but yeah, just to add on to this video, even though they're not Canadian, but whenever I'm in the US, these are pretty much the only ones I buy, because all the other snack sausage brands in the US, like Alberto or Tillamook or Jack Links, you know, they're not that great. But these ones, yeah, like Alberto's and stuff like that's definitely not that great. But I found, like, out of all the US sausage brands, this is the only one that I found that is actually pretty good, that actually matches up to the Canadian sausage brands. So yeah, it's called Duke's, and yeah, it's they have a lot of different flavors, but I personally like the hatch chili and the serrano hot and spicy ones the best. So yeah, reason why is because, well, it's got a little bit of a kick to it, and these ones are not cheap. They're like, I think I actually bought these at a premium in the airport when I came through the US back to Canada, but I would say usually they're about like 10-12 bucks US, I think. So yeah, definitely not cheap for these, but yeah, I think if you go in the US and you want good snack sausages, I think these are pretty much the only ones I would go for. Like I said, all the other usual gas station brands are all kind of, they basically all suck. They don't really taste that great. Dukes are actually the only ones that I actually like from America. So yeah, let's take a look. Just go through both of these because I do like both of these, and I'm gonna try a bit from each. So actually, let's go with the hatch chilies first. So these are the green hatch chilies, and yeah, definitely one of my favorite from them. So basically, inside of this sausage, first it's made with pork, diced hatch green chili peppers, and then they have a bunch of other spices and stuff added. Cane sugar, spices, dried garlic, cultural celery powder. Yeah, salt, of course. So anyways, see in the back here, basically this one is made with Hatch chilies, which comes from Hatch, New Mexico. And they make some really good chilies down there. So this one, the sausages actually do have diced chilies inside of it, which is pretty cool. So I might be able to show you guys actually. Let's take a bite first. I've already finished so many of these sausages already. It's just pretty addictive. They're about as addictive as any of the Canadian sausage brands, I would say. And these are the only US sausage brand I would say that's as addictive. So yeah, let's take a look here. All right. Ooh, I think we can see the hatch chilies here. I don't know. Close so you guys can see. See that little green stuff inside of the sausage? Yeah, those are actually diced green hatch chili peppers. Yeah, like they actually dice the chili peppers and then they put it inside the sausage, which is pretty cool. And these ones are not actually that spicy. A little bit spicy, but it's more smoky. It's got a bit of a smoky flavor to it. Oh, oh, very good. But yeah, keep in mind, this one, even though it has chili peppers inside of it, hatch chilies, they're not really that spicy. It's got like a little bit of a kick, but really not too much. It's not that spicy. It's just got a decent flavor, you know, very smoky type of flavor to it. Like I can taste the chili pepper inside of the sausage, like I showed you guys. Yeah. Anyway, flavor of the sausage is pretty good, but the hatch chili version, you mostly just taste like some smoke flavor out of it, and of course the juiciness of the actual peppers themselves. So, anyways, I like the hatch chili version. Not like too spicy or anything, but you do get to taste the juicy peppers inside of it, and you know, the smoky flavor of the peppers. Well, I think that's what I noticed about the hatch chili version. Just that smoky pepper flavor. Okay, now let's go with the hot and spicy serrano peppers. I also really like this one too. So yeah, take a look. This is the back. Basically uses diced serrano peppers. There's pork, serrano peppers, and then pretty much the same spices, celery powder. No garlic in this one, but yeah, this one made with diced serrano peppers. So this one also pretty good. This one's going to be definitely noticeably spicy. Not like crazy spicy, but definitely more spicy than the hatch chili. So let's open it up. So this one you can't really see any kind of diced chili peppers inside of it, like on the hatch green chili one. Like the hatch green chili one, you can actually see like the diced green peppers inside of it, right? This one you can't really see it, but you will notice the hot and spicy flavor when you bite into it. Yeah. This one, even though you don't see any of the chili peppers inside of it, but it's there. And a little bit softer. It's a little bit more tender to bite into compared to the hatch chili one. Has more of a stiffer bite. Yeah, this one is like the hatch chili one is more of a stiffer bite because the actual chili peppers you can see inside of it. The serrano one, yeah, more tender when you bite into it. Not quite as hard, but good flavor and noticeably spicy. Like this one, I can feel the spiciness building up in the back of my throat actually. So this one noticeably spicy. It's not too much so, but just noticeable. Whereas with the hatch chili ones, it was just a little bit of a kick, but very, very slight. This one is definitely more of a noticeable kick, and it builds up in the back of your throat. And it's still really, really good. Good flavor. So, yeah. This is my two favorite flavors of Duke's, which is my favorite American sausage brand. Hatch chilies and the serrano peppers. Both really good. Hatch chili is more of a smoky type of flavor, and the sausage is a little bit more firm. And you can see the diced peppers inside of it. And the serrano peppers, definitely more of a noticeable kick to it. And I like that too. So they both got great flavor. So yeah, anyways, it depends on what you want. You know, if you want some noticeable spicy kick, then this one is good. And if you want like a nice, firmer, smokier type of feel, then the hatch one is good. So, yeah, this one's a little bit more tender actually, and this one's a little bit more firm. So, anyways, depends on, of course, what kind of sausage you should like. I like both of them. I think these are both really, really good. Some of my favorite, basically my favorite sausage snacks in the U.S. So, anyways, yeah, Duke's, both the Serrano spicier flavor and the Hatch chili green version, both really good. I really like them. I think these are the only sausage brand that even stands up to Canadian sausage brands. The rest of them, yeah, it's don't even compare. You know, the Oberto stuff, the Jack Links, the Tillamook, and no, none of those really compare at all. So. Yeah, anyways, yeah, that's it. Wanted to add the American sausage brand that I like in here as well for the comparison.